Welcome back to Apex Alchemy. Today we have the Spartan Akribis for a proper introduction. I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, hey man, we already watched the first impressions video, and you did. And from now on, I think a proper introduction is how we will continue to do the first impressions. Even though they may not completely go away. We'll see how much information is going to have to be retold between the videos and see if we can make a clear enough distinction. So we're in testing, so bear with me. But the thing is like a proper introduction and a first impressions is kind of like, I mean, think about people. Like, so you met the guy or the girl, you know, at the music festival, and you were cool with them, you loaned them 20 bucks, and they may or may not have paid you back. Now, you know, like, you would have known pretty early on in your friendship with that person whether they were going to be dependable or not, right? So, like, but what if you were introducing those people to your friends or your family? You'd be like, hey, this is Jeremy. You know, before you really know him, hey, this is Jeremy, he's going to crash at our place tonight. Versus, hey, this is Jeremy, don't leave your valuables out. He might steal your valuables and disappear. So, you know, like, you spend a little bit of time with somebody, you get a good read on them. Same way with a knife. You know, same way with a firearm or any of that other stuff too. You know, like, you spend a little bit of time with them, you start to form opinions that may still not be concrete. Like, for instance, on the first video, the first impressions and unboxing video, I was not very happy with I mean, I wouldn't say I'm displeased, but I wasn't, you know, I think they could have gave us 3 5/8 inch blade, and I still think they could have, but it's growing on me the way it is, you know, like so you know, I've got crow on the grill. I'm eating crow again, so that's something that's going to change here. I don't mind the 3.5 inch blade and the 5 inch handle as much. You know, it's starting to grow on me exactly how it is. So, but this is how the proper introduction video is going to go. We'll begin now. Sorry for the long intro. Most of them won't be that way. This is the Spartan Akribis. This knife came into existence in 2013. We're still playing around with lights and trying to do away with shadows. Some knives make that easy, some knives make that hard, so bear with me. It's got carbon fiber overlays on top of a titanium scale or titanium frame, and I did take these carbon fiber overlays off, and you know, even this one, I found the tool. It's a 3/16 inch Allen wrench, but it's so tight that I couldn't get it to come apart. And if anybody knows how to take this knife apart, man, lead me to a video. I've been in search, I couldn't find one. I would be very, very much appreciative if you know more than I do. This is a frame lock versus a liner lock. The pivot is not integral. I mean, I'm sorry, the overlay is not integral. The pivot's underneath. The knife is fully functional without the overlays, so it's, you know, it kind of operates like a liner lock, but it's a frame lock. Okay. Make, model, info on the maker and the designer. So Mark Carey and Curtis Iovito. They were, you know, with Spartan Blades. They, you know, they're Green Berets. They started Spartan Blades. They started off making nothing but fixed blades. They spent some time with Chris Reeve, and Chris Reeve helped them to develop a way to make folding knives. Helped them out with some questions that they had. Offered some advice on fit and finish. As you can see, this knife does bear the resemblance of a Sabenza. It is the knife that it's most closely relayed to, I guess you would say, or compared to. Okay, so aesthetics. I think the knife looks really good, even for 2023. Of course, you know, and what I mean by that, I don't mean it's like bad. What I'm saying is, like, there's, you know, we got to keep in mind that this is 2023 and this is a 2013 knife, or a 2013 knife design. Now, some knives will hold the, you know, this knife's older than that, right? It's a rat. And it's yeah, Yeah, you know, I mean, it's a rat, right? It's like we come to know what to expect from a rat in aesthetics, and yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, but like it doesn't change over the years. But this was like groundbreaking for the time that it was created. It was a special knife, man, and I believe it still is. Like it feels really good in hand. The more that I've used it, the more that I've been able to put it to use and get some work out of it, man. The more that it's growing on me, like every aspect of it. I could have left these overlays off of it and use it the way it was without that, but I just like the way that it adds that additional girth and it fits in the hand a little better. Aesthetics is just like, I mean, I'm not the biggest carbon fiber fan. You know, like I probably would have been like 10 times happier if it would have been wood. But carbon fiber is a great choice for an overlay or part of a knife because it takes weather a lot better than wood. So like, I mean, I understand why they go with the materials that they go with. Feels great. Feels fantastic, actually. I mean, this knife, it feels. I got to handle Dave's Harsey folder, and to be honest, man, you know, that one was a lot newer. It was probably about at least 7 or 8 years older. I mean, 7 or 8 years newer than this knife, and it feels very comparable. Like it doesn't feel like it's lacking anything. The fit and finish of this knife is on par with the best of my memory of a Chris Reeve, like for real. And the coating on the blade, I thought I probably screwed that up when I was cutting that tire yesterday. If you saw the video of me cutting the tire, when I got it back in the house, I was like, oh my God, I've definitely scarred that blade up. And I remember Curtis Iovito saying that you can't really screw the coating of the blade up on any of the Spartan knives. All you gotta do is like clean it off with a little WD-40. Exactly what I did, and it's back to new. I haven't tried that on that pocket clip yet. There is a spot here. Not sure if you'll be able to see that. It's like right here. And I'm not sure if that's like a ding. It could very well be a ding. Or it could be something that just needs to be wiped off. Not sure. I've seen a lot of people talk about the pocket clip, not just in the way that it's constructed, but there's some people out there that like Spartan knives that don't like that maybe they don't understand the entire arrow thing. You know, like they don't like the arrow being in there. It doesn't bother me a bit. I think it's cool. Like I don't mind the stamped arrow being there. The Spartan Army was notorious for their archery military. They were it's kind of the part of the history of Sparta. And we'll see that, like the Akribis word is Greek. It means precise, sharp, just. It has a lot of definitions, but it's that you'll see Spartan as a company use a lot of Greek words for the titles of their blades, and I think that's really cool. So first impressions we already kind of went over, but I am liking the knife. As a proper introductory, I will retract my statement about not really caring too much for the 5-inch handle and the 3.5-inch blade. I've come to terms with, like I like having that additional grip back there, and 3.5 inches is well enough blade. I still do feel like it could have been a 3 and 5-inch blade, but I'm okay with it not being. But we'll see where the blade ends and fold it down. I think it's starting to storm outside. Sorry if there's background noise. Okay, video's about over with anyway. This is the Spartan Akribis. I can't wait to go into video 2, where we will deep dive into the specs and the measurements and look at the size comparisons and the price points. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the flip side.